Okay, it's June 10th, 2019. The rain is sort of let up a bit, not completely. But I figured I'd offer an update of the current state of the garden slash nursery. I had a chance to clean it up this weekend, and I'll try to quickly go over the state of the boxes in various patches. Here we have a box of red onions with quite a few that I left over from last year to go to seed, trying to get more red onion seeds. This box here was intended to be tomatoes. We won't dwell on that, but the birds decided there wouldn't be any tomatoes this year. Hold it, I'm wrong. Yep, there happens to be one. Look at that. There actually is a tomato plant that survived. Okay, so moving on to the next box. This one here is a box of white onions, and those aren't arbitrary weeds for the most part. That's purslane that I'm trying to encourage to grow as ground cover. It's supposed to be superfood, so I'll take it along with everything else. Next box over is a box of yellow onions. They're doing a bit better than the whites. All the onions, for the most part, my wife picked up at a big box store just to keep me satisfied, realizing she wasn't letting me grow anything serious this year as far as vegetables are concerned. All right, this box here is, for the most part, Egyptian walking onions, which are in really good shape at this point. As you can see, they're getting big enough that I can almost eat them, if not just replant them. There's a bunch, and you can see why they get their name, Egyptian walking onions. There, that one's walking out of the box. Okay, this next box here is part shallots and part garlic. The shallots are on this side, along with those two shallots that I left to go to seed. They were my best ones from last year, so I figured I'd let them winter over. They split up into 3 shallots. No, actually 4 is what I ended up getting out of this. Over there is garlic. Looks a little lame. It went in late. I usually plant the garlic in the fall. That went in the spring. Those are volunteer potatoes that are left over from many years ago whenever I was growing potatoes in this box. This box here has common persimmon and serviceberry, which all seem to be doing rather well, except the common persimmon. Some of those don't look so good, but this box has a lot of purslane going in it, and you can see how it starts to fill in. So I'm happy with that. Coming over here, we have a box of elderberry. We are going to be growing those bushes out because my better half has dreams of elderberry wine and elderberry jam. Again, purslane is welcome to grow in the gardens. They only grow in the ones that don't have the straw. Okay, next box over, I'll step back from this one. This is your standard russet potato growing here. If I understand correctly, whenever they start to set flowers, they're starting to set spuds as well, which is the case with this next box of potatoes up, which are purple Vikings. Oh, the rain's maybe threatening me a bit more here. These are purple Viking potatoes. Again, my favorites. And the telltale sign that these are purple Viking is that purple tint you get on the stems. I don't know if I'm focusing very well there. Let me see if I can help out. There we go. That purple marks them. Next one over is sugar maples. These sugar maples are going to be used to replace Norway spruce whenever I cut shut those down because they're not supposed to be of any use. And I'm supposed to get rid of them as per the forestry agent. Here you can see I have planted a few of the Egyptian walking onions in this box. Again, sticking with the common theme of more than one thing growing in every box. The next box over is pawpaw. We've got a couple of them that are trying. And there are some volunteer tomatoes that are trying to grow in this box. They were left over from last year volunteers. So we're just going to let them go and see how it works. This box here doesn't have a cage over it. It's another box of potatoes. This one is the fingerling potatoes. Doing nicely, as is the box with the red potatoes up here. Now next to the box with the red potatoes is a box where I've got an assortment of apple trees. These are being prepared so they can be eventually transported up to the ridge area to replace other trees that are going to sooner or later fail for one reason or another, either that I don't like them or the deer like them too much. And the next thing that I'd like to update about is the state of the blackberries that are doing rather well this year. We've got plenty of them there and plenty of them there. So if that all works out, this could be my biggest harvest of blackberries I ever get. Now down here is our raspberry patch. And if I pause long enough, you should be able to see there's plenty of fruit that's in the early stages of development. So we should have a nice big crop of raspberries this year. Now we do have a patch down in the woods of black raspberries, but these are our red raspberries. So without dragging it out any farther, I guess I'll just stop it there. Take care.